Congratulations, first of all, massive well done. I was going to go through the whole introduce yourself and tell you where people train, but obviously people know who you are, people know where you train.
Damn right.
What I want to know is yeah, of course. What I want to know is, how was your time in Singapore? How did that shape your time in the ring? Was that something totally like that you wanted to experience, getting trained by all these different caliber of fighters? Tell me a little bit about your time in Singapore.
My time in Singapore, that was probably one of the best experiences I've had.
It looked something special. I saw the interview.
Yeah, I mean, I got the opportunity to train with a different world champion every single morning. You know, I had a one-to-one session, and I mean, with the guys in Singapore, we were training specifically for Kong Sak, which we all know why he's not made it today. But even so, even though we've worked specifically for Kong Sak, I still feel like I've taken a lot from them. As in my sparring every day, my clinch and my pad work was all by world champions, and it's not just any world champion. These guys are the best of the best. You know what I mean? Yeah. You don't get anything better than this.
Of course.
You know?
And when you found out that Konsak weren't fighting, obviously that's going to be a big hit, not necessarily to your game plan per se, but to the way that not necessarily you were training. But when you found out that Konsak couldn't come, due to unnecessary reasons, obviously it's unfortunate. But when you found out that Keith was going to get pulled in late, what was it that, did anything change? Whether your training changed? What?
My training didn't change. I still trained as hard as if I was going to fight Kong Sak. I never underestimate any opponent, or no matter what level they are, you know. But it did affect me mentally at first. When I received the phone call, I was told there's bad news, so I just hang up the phone straight away. Just ring me back when you've got an opponent. So yeah, it did really affect me mentally at first, you know, for a couple of days, but because it was an emotional roller coaster for me, because my confidence was at an all-time low, because mentally I wasn't in, you know, I've had really bad days in training, and because I think I was on my own in Singapore, it really had a negative effect on me, and I'm not a negative person, you know. I can get over things and then just have a better session the next day, but really had a negative effect on me, him not coming. But a couple of days later, I got my head back together and then started training again.
One question that jumps out to mind that people must be asking is the whole drama on Facebook between you and Keith. Yeah. Is it real? Was it to sell tickets? Like what?
No. Well, I rang Keith and I said, when we found out that we were fighting, I said, "Oh, you up for some promotional banter on Facebook?" He says, "Yeah, go for it." So I did it. And I was going to do more, but I was going to do some videos as well and continue. But anybody that knows me and Keith know that we don't talk shit like that. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of, I say 90% of people knew that we were only messing about. Then the other 10% were like, because if they get phone calls, "Hey, is that real? What's happening between you?" I said, "Nah, not really. We were good mates."
And I know that an old coach of yours, obviously Liam Robinson, rest in peace. I spoke to Keith a little bit before the fight, and he says that it was a matchup that was possibly in the pipeline. Do you think that was some sort of dedication to him? Was he on your mind during the fight, or?
Liam's always in my mind. In every training camp, in any decision I do in regards to Thai boxing, he's always in my mind. You know, he was, you know, Keith and Liam were really close, and I think that's what made the fight a little bit harder.
Yeah,
you know
of
what
course.
I mean? It's like at the end of every round, I was like, "Oh, sorry, man, are you okay?" You know. But yeah, we both got in there. We both knew we had to smash each other's heads in, but it doesn't mean we're not friends. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, because the other thing is, because this sport doesn't have a lot of athletes in it, in Thai boxers, it's inevitable. Do you know what I mean? You will come across each other at some point, you know, whether you're friends or not. It's just one of those things.
Cool. Magic. Congratulations on the win, man.
Cheers,
well done. Thank you.
I've not wet myself, by the way.
Any shout outs finally to anyone in particular?
Like I said, I'd like to say thank you to everyone. I mean, if I start naming names, I know I'm going to forget people. So, but in particular, first ones that come into my mind: Stuart Tomlinson from Warrior Collective, who arranged for me to go to Evolve. All the people at Evolve: Chatri, Jason, Will, who take care of me. All the Thai coaches, of course. Petto and Petake at Sityodtong in Thailand, Paul Tai, who's put up with my bad behaviour and attitude and that. Keith McClacken. without him, all that training would have been for nothing, you know. My wife, who puts up with my shit. You know, all the people in the gym, you know, Dean James, Pardeep, Jamie Allays, you know, my partners who were there for me mentally, you know, and helped me in you know, the people in Tankō, just so many people to name. If I forgot you, I'm really sorry. And last shout out to Josh McKinty, who's in hospital right now. I know no doubt you'd be here supporting me today if you could, man. Speedy recovery. See you soon.
Well done. Cheers, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Cheers,
Thank
man.
you.
Thank you.